Friday Science Fun Fact this week is that getting your downstairs fumigated with mercury used to be a treatment for syphilis. Syphilis is an STI caused by the bacteria Treponema pallidum, which is a spirochete, meaning it is long and shaped like a corkscrew. It used to be called the great pox to distinguish it from smallpox because they are both infections that cause crops of pustules to break out all over your body, but those pustules take very different forms and appearances. Smallpox had pustules that were flat and round and shaped like a donut and would go everywhere, including down your throat and up your other end. Syphilis initially caused ulcers on the genitals, which could be painless and go unnoticed for a time. A few weeks to months after infection, syphilis pustules would appear that looked like this all over your body. They would be bigger, browner, more scab-like, and they would again appear everywhere, including on the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet. However, this rash was still not as bad as a smallpox rash. One of the first treatments for syphilis was the wood of the guaiacum shrub, which was steeped into a concoction with another plant called sarsaparilla, which is a soft drink that tastes like root beer. Resin from the guaiacum plant is also said to restore menstruation where it is late or irregular, if you know what I mean. And another derivative of the guaiacum plant is guaifenicin, which is used as an expectorant in cough medication because it helps clear congestion from your lungs. Since guaiacum did not help to cure syphilis at all, the alternative that was used at the time was mercury. It was used as an ointment in pure metallic form, and it was rubbed all over the patient's body several times a day for weeks on end, usually while the patient was next to a hot fire, because then they would sweat and breathe in the hot mercury fumes. Another way of getting your mercury fumes right to the target area was the fumigation cabinet. You would sit in this closed box with just your head poking out, and in this bit down here there would be fire and mercury, and the vapors would come out and hit the target area because this part was cut out very much like a toilet. That was, of course, incredibly toxic, but mercury still remained the preferred treatment for syphilis until about 1910, when this treatment, Salvarsan, was invented by Paul Ehrlich, who was a chemist working at the Koch Institute. Salvarsan is an arsenic compound, as you can see, the arsenic symbols right there. And the good thing is that it is actually toxic to the bacteria that causes syphilis, but of course it's also toxic to us and could cause nasty rashes and liver damage and up to and including, death for humans. It remained the best option for treating syphilis, though, until the 1940s when penicillin was discovered.